A blessed evening to all of you who are here with us in the shrine, and also those who are joining us in worship through this live stream in other parts of the world. A beautiful coincidence that we have these two readings which are about the most significant relationships that we may have. The first reading is about friendship, the importance of friendship. And the gospel is about marriage. And one of the great problems of marriage, and that is separation or divorce. In the first reading, we find the emphasizing the author, inspired by God, about the importance of friendship. Now, one who has found a faithful friend is a steady shelter, it says. One finds a treasure. One finds a true friend. A faithful friend is beyond price, he said. A life-saving remedy. No. And the like, no? The beauty of friendship, no? And this reminds us of the importance of our relationship that is built precisely according to the values of friendship, faithfulness, one who considers someone as not just a means to one's end, but rather a partner, one who accompanies, one who understands, etc. And one of the beautiful things that Jesus would tell us in the gospel later on, that he will consider us not anymore as servants, but precisely as friends. Friends who come to know the image, the beauty, the intimacy of God, of His mystery. He will reveal to us the secrets of His heart because He is a true friend. Maybe it is a challenge for all of us that as we cultivate our friendships with people, no, by being a friend to others, ready to welcome people, persons into our lives, no. Ultimately, this is also the ideal of our relationship with God, as Jesus would reveal to us that He is indeed the friend of humanity, capable of giving Himself, no, offering Himself for our salvation. And in the gospel, we find the issue of marital relationship, and a problem for all ages, I think, for all generations. Now, the question of divorce. Jesus already, during His time, that was already also the question of this problem of divorce. And there may be factors, maybe justified factors, why couples separate. But ultimately, the Lord is inviting us, inviting especially those called to this life, married life, to see and go back to the original plan of God. The plan of God is that they become one. I think one of the things that the graces of holy matrimony is that the Lord assures us that in spite of the differences because of our own sinfulness and weaknesses, yet God, with the sacrament, with the grace of the sacrament of matrimony, the Lord assures us to be able to live faithfully this commitment, especially among these couples, married couples. And the message of the Lord when He said that that the plan of God from the very beginning is that man and a woman should live united, is God's way of telling us that in God's plan, it is possible when we allow God and obedient to His will. One of the things that, I'm not married, but having encountered after 31 years as a priest and missionary, the struggles of families, of couples, coming also from a family, the struggles that at times there are so many difficulties, differences, but if couples see the relationships from the perspective of faith, even with at times differences, yet if it is seen from the perspective of God, they can adjust and learn to forgive, for example. But when in the picture God does not appear, what emerges is the pride, my interests, my feelings. That becomes difficult to speak about reconciliation. I know that it is more complicated, this what couples go through, but the challenge is this of the gospel today, to allow God to have a part in that life, in that marriage. Allow God's grace to enter into this relationship. Because if God has called you to a particular mission, He will also sustain and enable you, give you the grace to forgive, to understand, to sacrifice, to love, etc. And maybe in connection of these two themes of the readings today, they would say that especially for those who are preparing maybe for matrimony, for wedding, for marriage, to cultivate precisely this friendship, not only as a partner, but friendship with whom you can trust, with whom you can grow and express yourself freely, not only as a partner, but also as a friend. And we ask the Lord that as we journey in this life, we may be friends to others and also be able to see in others and cultivate friendship with others, because there is so much comfort, joy in friendship. And that is also the challenge for those married people to grow in friendship. No? And ultimately, our true friend is Jesus Christ, that we may grow also in this friendship with God. Amen.